With a global audience of more than 350 million readers, Galvanized Media has a portfolio of some of the world's most trusted health and fitness brands, including names such as Eat This Not That, Best Life, Celebwell, ET&T Health, MindBody, Travelicious, and more. Today we welcome Eric Zinczenko, President and COO at Galvanized, to talk about the evolution of the publishing space, unlocking content analytics with Parsley, and working with XWP on long-term performance improvements. Welcome to the XWP Tonight Show. Good evening, Eric. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Amit. It's so good to be here.
To start with, what role would you say performance plays in the publishing world, and what led you into boosting performance for the Galvanized brands?
Yeah, I'd say for a digital publisher, performance is absolutely critical. And I would argue that performance is more important now than any other time in my 25 years in media. You're probably wondering how I can say that. And I would say, well, let's consider the evidence. We are seeing the pace of all the current algorithm updates and all the volatility that brings is accelerating. We're seeing the weight currently of Google Core Web Vitals playing a more important role. Page speeds, user experience, these are all tied to performance. And today, we feel performance can absolutely impact success. And that's what kind of led us down the road, this road for performance and working with you. And, you know, we were reading the tea leaves and we felt or knew that performance would play a larger role in the competitive media landscape. And we made a strategic and operational decision to obtain the highest page speeds we could, to also have the strongest core web vitals that we can possibly have. And, you know, we engage with you to make that happen. And now we're enjoying high performing sites. And, you know, it's comforting too to know that when we wake up in the morning and look at our core web vitals and we see that they're in green or they passed, or, you know, we look at our page speeds and now on mobile, we're approaching a near perfect 100 score. You know, knowing our sites are optimized technically really allows us to shift our focus to the task at hand, which is for Galvanized, making sure that we have the right content strategy and content delivery. So performance is important.
You've been using the content analytics tool Parsley for some time now. Can you talk a bit about what Parsley is and what it's enabled you to do as a business?
So as described, Parsley is a content analytics tool that publishers can use to evaluate their content in real time. It helps answer questions like, is the content performing? How many posts are live right now? Are consumers engaging, and what kind of time are you getting in engagement? It also now allows us to look at our authors too and see if they're performing. So I liken Parsley to an athlete wearing a heart rate monitor, where you can see Parsley is showing in real time during the event the heart rate of the article posts, and you're having a chance to see whether, you know, your efforts are succeeding or failing. And at Galvanized, it's really important for us that we don't go by feel. We don't go by our hunches. Like, we really truly try to use data to set our strategy and direction. And I would share with you that Parsley is the very first data metrics that we look in the morning among our executive team without fail.
From analytics to hosting, having the right WordPress host is also very important. Galvanized trusts WordPress VIP for its hosting services. What has been your experience with utilizing WordPress VIP?
Yes, as an enterprise, we've been very happy with WordPress VIP. You know, my brother and I have always believed in open source platforms such as a CMS wherever possible. So Galvanized has been on WordPress since the inception of the company in 2013. So confidence was already high. And then when we have been growing traffic at the pace we have, for example, in 2021, we grew traffic over 50%. You know, we knew migrating to VIP for hosting was really the right call. And that's because VIP is hosting a lot of the largest traffic sites in the world. And with our ambition to grow our traffic at Galvanized, it makes operational sense to continue the partnership, and it's been a strong one.
Galvanized has had XWP's maintenance package, receiving incremental technical improvements consistently. How has it been seeing all of these changes take effect and performance improve over time?
Seeing all the technical enhancements and changes and performance since first engaging is really gratifying. And one operational mindset that we have at Galvanize is we subscribe to the ethic of constant improvement in all we do. So what does that mean? It means that we never leave good enough alone. It means that the work is never done. And we really believe that there are ways that we can continue to incrementally refine and improve our business. When you think about workflows, when you think about systems, when you think about process, those all evolve. And even more true for digital technologies. So yes, it's nice to realize that we have arrived to a place where any performance improvements now will feel incremental. It's because of all the heavy lifting that we've done already. And, our work is far from done, but we've come a long way. And obviously that feels great.
How have you found it working with a support team that's distributed around the globe?
Yeah, it works extremely well for Galvanized. And, the benefit of having a team across the globe is that when one engineer is leaving, another one might be coming on. And it's really brilliant because it does feel like you have more coverage throughout the day as issues arise. And when I was the CEO of another media company, we had all of our development and engineers centrally located, all in one time zone. So when an issue came up, whether it was an outage or some other technical situation, it felt like you had a lot of hands for a particular amount of time, and then you're wondering like, okay, where are we going from here? Where this structure really does allow, if a situation arises, there's great comfort for our enterprise knowing that there's essentially around the clock coverage, and I can't endorse it enough for Galvanized, and we've been really happy with it.
One thing that's really interesting is that Galvanized is made up of some really experienced names of the publishing space. How has the industry evolved, and where do you see the future going?
We see a future for digital publishing where brands with authority that publish well-researched and factual content backed by experts or medical advisory boards will win the day. So we really believe in that. We also believe that we're going to see a future in digital publishing where all of the algorithm updates that we're seeing now are going to accelerate, and that may mean more increased volatility. And that's where performance plays even a stronger role again, and I think that's why it's key. We also believe that we're bullish on service journalism in digital media. And when we think about content that educates and encourages people to live their best life, that's essentially the mission of Galvanize. So, we really believe in that. So we're very hopeful for the future of digital publishing and digital media. And again, we think authority and expertise is going to win.
Eric, thank you so much for your time today. We greatly appreciate the opportunity to work with Galvanized and look forward to many exciting things to work on together in the future.
It's been fantastic. Thank you so much. This is really great, Amit.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.